Welcome to Bus Driver Life. I'm glad that you are here to join me. You know, it's come to my attention that there's a lot of people who ride the bus, as well as media outlets, who assume that bus drivers do not deserve, They assume that bus drivers do not deserve breaks for some weird reason. They feel like bus drivers should be penalized. Is it penalized or penalized? Or is it both? Bus drivers shouldn't be able to take breaks. Some people even feel that bus drivers should be fired. What? That is ridiculous and you know it. We're gonna talk about that in this video. Let's take a look at a story. But first, I'm gonna go home. So let's go to my house. So most of you watching this video, you're fully aware that bus drivers do deserve breaks, right? Even during their shift, they deserve some sort of rest period where they do not have to provide service. You all do get that, right? I'm sure you all agree because all of you out there love and adore bus drivers. So is that a no?
Yes.
Let's take a look at this article. Well, there's a couple of media outlets that I came across that posted this article, and the titles were extremely misleading. Let's check it out. Vancouver Urbanized says, TransLink bus driver allegedly didn't let riders board so that he can do pull-ups. What? That's stupid, but I understand they chose that title to get people to click. It's clickbait because that title makes it seem as if the bus driver is driving their bus, pull up to a bus stop full of people. Oh, look at all those people they need to get on. You know what? They're gonna need to wait because I need to do pull-ups first. And then the driver just secures the bus, gets out of the seat and starts doing pull-ups and refuses to let people on the bus. That's what this title would lead someone to believe. And I don't think that's right. They're trying to demonize this bus driver and make him seem like this big villain.
I like that.
Because he actually took a break. And during his break, he did pull-ups. He didn't refuse to let people on the bus so that he could do pull-ups. The people were not allowed on the bus because during that particular time, it was the bus driver's break.
See, they left that out.
Let's take a look at another article about the same thing. This is from 100.3 The Bear. And they say, seriously, a handful of extra pull-ups ain't gonna help your case, bud. Straight face emoji, LOL. It was cold, and his excuse for not letting passengers on was because there was
10 more minutes till he had to leave.
And this is from Pam Kirby on air. So, departure time was in 10 minutes. The bus driver had a break. I don't think that's an excuse. I think that's a reason why.
A reason why?
The passengers were not allowed on the bus. The bus driver was taking a break. So I don't think he's trying to use pull-ups to help his case or I don't know. This is all weird. It's irritating because this is what you deal with as a bus driver. People that say stupid stuff like that.
It's so stupid.
The guy was taking a break.
A break.
Like, quick question before we read some of the article, or maybe all of it, I don't know. Wouldn't you want your bus driver to take a break?
No.
Wouldn't you want the person driving you to have some kind of break? Even if it meant that you were gonna stand outside in the cold or sit for 10 minutes.
No! God, please, no! No!
Sometimes as bus drivers, we just need that time to ourselves. Like, don't you want your bus driver to be well rested, mentally stable?
Wait, is it possible for a bus driver to actually be mentally stable?
Let's check out the article. I'm gonna read it being the article.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
A public transit rider is taking issue with the customer service she experienced today, or that day, while waiting for the bus, basically. Jen, I can't say her last name. So Jen took to Facebook with a video that I could not find. That's not an article. I'm saying I couldn't find the video. That shows seniors and an individual in a wheelchair waiting for the bus. The front door of the bus was closed and the driver was inside the vehicle. Yeah, taking his break.
You ain't lying.
After knocking on the door and asking if they could sit inside early because of the cold weather, she alleges the driver refused to let them on board because there was 10 more minutes till he had to leave. Listen, people, when you take a bus, part of the bus riding experience is you're going to have to stand or sit outside. So if the weather's going to be cold, you have to dress for that weather. If it's going to be hot, dress for that. And a lot of transit systems around the world, not all, but a lot of them, bus drivers are allotted break time. And this is time in which they do not have to board passengers. They can take that time to themselves to grab something to eat, make a phone call, go use the restroom, take a power nap if you want to. Just sit and listen to some music to clear your head. Why is it wrong that the bus driver wanted to take a break? Because it was cold? You have to be prepared to deal with the elements. You do. That's like part of it. I've taken a bus plenty of times. I grew up in Wisconsin. It would be like 10 below zero sometimes, and I would have to stand outside and wait on the bus, but I would dress for the weather and I would be prepared. And that goes for anyone, regardless of your age, your race, your sexual orientation, whatever your condition your body is in physically, whatever. If you're going to take the bus, part of taking the bus is you're going to have to wait outside. Sometimes that can be amazing, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. Sometimes it can be irritating, but that's just kind of part of it. And this lady is trying to vilify this bus driver, make him seem like some sort of evil person because he was taking a break. That's weird to me. Let's keep reading. According to Jen, the driver was on his phone and sitting on his seat, and at some point he decided to do pull-ups on the overhead bars, which is also shown in her video footage, which I could not find. I guess this is Jen saying, he is the only bus driver I ever encountered that would not let people on till time to leave, she wrote. I don't see how anyone sitting on the bus would be of any disturbance. Oh my God, become a bus driver for a day and you'll see why. If like 10 or 20 or 30 people are sitting on the bus while you're taking a break, you'll see how that could be a disturbance. I sounded really weird when I said all that, but whatever.
Stop it.
There have been a lot of times when I have had people sit on my bus during my break. And what always happens, they start to ask me a bunch of questions, ask me what time certain buses are coming. It could be like Thursday. And they'll be like, what time does bus such and such leave the mall on Sundays? And I'm like,
I don't know. I'm taking my break right now, so.
And I hear a lot of people say, well, you are a public service worker. It's your job to answer questions. If you don't want to answer questions, you need to take another job. Something that a lot of people do is they ignore context. Within the context of me taking a break, you are correct. I do not want to answer any questions. Why? Because I'm taking a break. But when I'm like on duty, I'm in service, operating the bus. Yes, it's my job to answer people's questions, or try to, or at least try to help them find the answer. I may not have all the answers, but I still have to provide them with good customer service. I don't have a problem with that. That's a major part of my job. As a matter of fact, we're just talking about when it's break time. When you have a bunch of people on the bus, they're just right there. They're like looking at you and stuff. Like if you want to eat your food, they're looking at you eat. And then other people get on the bus during your break and they'll get on the phone. They're talking loud. Some people play their music on the external speakers of their phone. Like there's all sorts of stuff going on that your break turns into not a break.
You ain't lying.
Let's keep reading. The exact circumstances for Jen's experience are unknown.
I said what in the...
But drivers are entitled to recovery time that includes rest time for each shift. Drivers have seen this break time erode in recent years due to worsening traffic congestion, leading to delays that eat up their recovery between scheduled bus runs. I love that paragraph because it's true.
You ain't lying.
Now that can vary at different transit systems, transit agencies, around the world, around the country, the world, whatever. But a good majority of them do allow bus drivers to have time to themselves during their shift. To make a guy look like a villain because he's taking a break and he's working hard during the pandemic, mind you, to provide a service that you clearly need, you're trying to make this guy look like a bad guy and you're probably trying to get him fired. Of course, he's not going to get fired for taking a break. I will also add that certain transit systems, they will have some provisions for bus drivers taking breaks. So like there's certain transit systems where if there's extreme weather conditions, then they will have you let the passengers on the bus, like extreme cold or extreme heat or some sort of hurricane or whatever. It also says a contracted policy with the union allows bus drivers to keep the doors closed until just before departure. So you all have heard me run my mouth. You pretty much get the gist of how I feel about this. Let's see what some other people had to say about this. This comment says, shame on whoever caused this to be an issue. As everyone else is saying, I guess everyone else that was leaving comments, if you arrive 10 minutes early to the grocery store, they don't let you in. These are facts. Why should public transport be an exception? Because people don't care about bus drivers. I agree, but check out the response to that. This person said, I dislike you. Oh my goodness. Okay. This isn't an office, it's public service, and you're on the clock when you sign in at the bus depot. Plot twist, we don't always have to sign in at the bus depot. I know it's depot, I'm just saying depot because I want to. Sometimes we don't even have to go to the bus depot. Sometimes we relieve in the field, so take that. Weather, wait, weather? Is it weather?
In the beginning, yeah, in the beginning.
I guess it's supposed to be weather. You leave in 10 minutes or 2. You are a public servant, here to serve the public with their daily transit needs. Let's stop right there.
Hammer time.
Yes, I am a public service worker, and I am there to serve people with their daily transit needs. But during my 10-minute break, there are no daily transit needs that I need to provide to anybody because it is a break.
Excuse me?
Break.
You ain't lying.
Thank you so much for watching. If you are currently not subscribed, consider. And for those of you that are subscribed and you watch the videos, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. If you want to check out some of the Bus Driver Life merch, I have a Teespring link in the description below. Also, there have been some people who've asked, how can I support the channel? If you'd like to do that, I have a PayPal link in the description below. You don't have to, but if you'd like to, I'm not going to fight you. I'm going to take a break.